What's going on, guys? Jeff Tuffner here, and the time has finally come for me to tell you guys my predictions for the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view this Sunday night, where we're going to see Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in an ambulance match, Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship, many more matches. A pretty stacked card for the pay-per-view this Sunday, and I'm actually looking forward to it, even though the build's been garbage. I am looking forward to the show this Sunday night, so let's get into my predictions, and let's start with the pre-show match. And let me just start off by saying, why is this match on the pre-show, but Enzo and Big Cass is on the main card? Other matches, like there's so many matches I devalue compared to this one, but the Neville versus Akira Tozawa match for the Cruiserweight Championship is on the pre-show. So it's safe to say Tozawa's not winning the title. I thought he had a chance to win it. I thought it would be possible, but then I saw pre-show and I was like, oh, never mind, that's not happening. They would not put the title on Tozawa on the pre-show. I mean, Neville's reign has been almost all of this year, 6-7 months now almost. So I doubt the title changes his hands. I'm definitely taking Neville in this match here on the pre-show, but this match should not be on the pre-show. I'd rather the Enzo Amore versus Big Cass, they could put that on the pre-show, but I feel like the build's been actually good for that match, so it's actually, I don't know. Another match they won't put on the pre-show because it's two people they consider to be top stars, but a match I have zero interest in and many people have zero interest in is Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins. I don't know. It's just they're both kind of lost right now, Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. I'll talk about that match a little later, but my prediction for the first match, I'll take Neville over Tozawa. Neville retains. I don't know how much longer Neville's going to be the champion. Like I said, I think it was my SmackDown review or something, or Raw review. I do see them doing some kind of crazy match at SummerSlam where he has to defend it against almost the entire Cruiserweight division. Some kind of 6-man match or maybe a gauntlet match or something crazy. But I know they have something in store for the Cruiserweight division at SummerSlam, something big I feel. But Neville in the first match on the pre-show. Alright, the next match we got is Enzo Amore versus Big Cass. Now, it's pretty well known who's going to win this match, and that's Big Cass. I'd be shocked if Enzo Amore won. We'd all be shocked, I think. But Big Cass is expected to go over in this match. It's rumored that Cass is going to have a match with Big Show at SummerSlam, so some people have speculated Big Show could somehow maybe get involved. I feel like maybe Cass could win the match, and then we could see the Big Show after the match confront him. Maybe he's attacking Enzo after the match after he wins, and then Big Show comes out, sets up the match with Cass. But I'm guessing they'll just use the Big Show to put over Cass at SummerSlam, and I expect him to win at SummerSlam as well if they do have that match. But Big Cass here in this match. This match, it's actually had the best build, I'd say, about almost all the... never mind. Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe had the best build. I was praising that every week on my Raw review. Every week that was the one, highlight of Raw was the Brock Lesnar Samoa Joe, whatever they did to build up that match. But I actually have liked the build for the Enzo Amore Big Cass match as well. It's just a shame that it's just not going to actually be anything important really on the show. Alright, next we got the Intercontinental Championship match, The Miz defending against Dean Ambrose. Now, I don't really care who's going to win. I don't really care about this match. I expect The Miz to win. He's going to have, Maurice at ringside and Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel. They're all going to be there, so it's odds are against Ambrose already. This feud's kind of boring me out. We saw this feud on SmackDown, like I said before. It's just they moved them to Raw, and then they just started this feud, and they've been feuding ever since. It's just I don't care about this feud. I hope this feud ends after this. I hope The Miz wins. They move on to something different because this feud just boring me to death. I don't really care who the hell. This match is almost like the piss break match of the show. That one and the Bray Wyatt Seth Rollins match, but I'll take The Miz in this match though. Definitely The Miz. I'd be shocked if Ambrose won. Pretty predictable card here actually. I was looking over it. I feel like a lot of stuff's very predictable about this card. What do we got next? The Raw Tag Team Championship match. Sheamus, Cesaro defend against the Hardy Boys. 30-minute Iron Man match. I do like the idea of it being a 30-minute Iron Man match. They could put on a really good match. It's rumored that Sheamus is going away. Well, it's not rumored. It's almost basically confirmed that Sheamus is going away to film a movie or something. So it is expected that they will drop the titles to the Hardy Boys in this match, and I expect the Hardy Boys to go on and have a feud with the Revival at SummerSlam to set up a match there. Maybe we'll finally see the Hardys go broken or something. Maybe the Revival feud will result in the Hardys going broke and the Revival winning the titles. I'm expecting that. But as for this match, I do expect the Hardys to win the match, especially with the fact that, Sheamus is reportedly going to go film a movie and he'll be out for a while, so that's that. Another thing real quick before I get into my next prediction here, I do expect them to maybe throw Finn Balor versus Elias Samson on the pre-show as well, because they've had like somewhat of a feud and they're not on the card yet, so I do feel like they couldn't do like an impromptu match with them on the pre-show, or maybe even on the main card, who knows, but I do expect to see something with them. Anyway, on to the next match, Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt. Like I said before, I don't care about this match. I just, like, this feud is really, it's the interest level is not there. No one's really interested in it. Nothing against them. I mean, Bray Wyatt's been a mess, like I said. I've gone over Bray Wyatt's, he's just been a downhill fall all year. Ever since winning the WWE title, or ever since WrestleMania losing the WWE title to Randy Orton. Seth Rollins has been kind of lost in the middle of nothing, really, because I don't know. So they just threw them together. It was speculated that it was Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. That looked like what we were getting, and then all of a sudden they decided to go with Rollins and Wyatt and have Balor go feud with Elias Samson. I don't know. As for this match here, this might be the most unpredictable match on the card. Very predictable card. But this might be the most unpredictable match. I'll take Seth Rollins. I mean, being that Bray Wyatt always loses, I'll just, Bray continues to lose. I'll take Seth Rollins in this match. All right, so now we got the 3 big matches left. Let's start with the women's match. Alexa Bliss defending her Raw Women's Championship against Sasha Banks. I expect Alexa Bliss to win. I'm hoping for a rematch between them. I'm expecting Alexa to retain, maybe not even win the match. Somehow maybe like Nia Jax gets involved or something goes crazy. But I'm expecting Alexa to walk out of the show as the champion. But I really hope we can get like a rematch. I hope there's some kind of like screwy finish here. And then it leads to a rematch between Sasha and Alexa at SummerSlam, where they could have a showdown match or whatever. But a lot of people are saying that it's going to be Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam, which I hope is not the case. I feel like Sasha and Alexa, there's like this feud. Like, it's a feud. Sasha and Alexa are my 2 favorite in the women's division right now. I'm kind of pissed that they're on the same show. But I liked it better when Alexa was on SmackDown and then Sasha was on Raw. Now they're both on Raw, having a match. So, I mean, this feud, like, I'm kind of more invested in maybe a Sasha-Alexa feud at SummerSlam than actually, everybody wants to see Bayley versus Sasha. I wanted to see that a few months ago, but Bayley's been a complete mess as of late, or ever since coming up to the main roster. And I think more people are actually kind of interested in an Alexa Bliss-Sasha Banks feud right now, because there's more like, there's more steam behind that feud than there would be a Bayley feud right now. And I feel like they might save that maybe for WrestleMania at this point, because, or maybe somewhere down the road, because I don't really see them going to do that. I mean, they could do that. They could do Sasha versus Bayley at SummerSlam, not for the title, and then do Alexa versus Nia, but I don't know. I don't want to see that. As for this match, though, I do expect Alexa Bliss to somehow retain the title. I don't know if it even necessarily means she wins the match, but I do expect her to walk out of the show as the champion, and hopefully it leads to a rematch at SummerSlam. Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, ambulance match. This feud's getting back, it's picking up again since Strowman left for a few months, got his surgery on his shoulder or whatever. He's back now, so they're going right back to this feud again. This is a really interesting match here, because I feel like it's possible either man could win, but I don't know. I'm gonna take. I don't know who to take. I'm gonna take Reigns, because I don't know. I mean, he's supposed to be challenging whoever's the Universal Champion at SummerSlam, so I kind of think Reigns would win, but then it would almost, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see him bury Strowman. Like, I feel like it would be a good opportunity to have Strowman win, but he did win the match, what was it, at Payback, the match they had like 2 months ago, whatever, right before he got injured, so Strowman did win that match. So I actually am going to take Reigns here, even though I think it would be a good move to actually have Strowman win here, but I feel like the fact that Strowman won the first match, and Roman Reigns is considering himself the number 1 contender for the Universal title, that Reigns will end up winning this match. On to the main event, the match everybody's talking about. Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, the Universal title. This I mean, first when it was announced, first when Joe became the number one contender, everybody was saying, the rumors said Lesnar is winning the match. It's not, they're not going to do anything with Joe. But over the course of the last like 3-4 weeks or whatever, the build of the match has been great. WWE is apparently, liking what they're seeing here, and they like what they're seeing out of Samoa Joe. So they're considering even making a longer feud out of this that would actually roll into SummerSlam. So maybe a second or third match coming out of this feud, not just it was expected to be just a one-time match, and then, they would go on to different things at SummerSlam. But apparently that's not the case anymore. So that changes everything. I think Lesnar is going to walk out of the show the champion. I do think it is very possible we could see a rematch. But then again, you have to put the factor that Roman Reigns is considering himself the number one contender. So I don't know. Maybe they're going to lead to a triple threat match. It's really interesting. I was thinking they could do a fatal four-way between Reigns, Strowman, Lesnar, and Joe at SummerSlam. Because it almost feels like, I don't want to see Strowman be left out of the title picture. I thought he deserved the title. And it sucks seeing that they're kind of like, it almost looks like they're just throwing them out after it was supposed to be Lesnar versus Strowman at SummerSlam. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But as for my prediction for the Great Balls of Fire match between Joe and Lesnar, I'll take Lesnar. It is possible maybe we could see Strowman even get involved in this match some way. But I'll take Lesnar winning this match, and I hope it's like a good match and it's not just a quick match. Like I feel like they could have that thing where how the Goldberg matches were really quick, 5 minutes, 10 minutes at WrestleMania or whatever. They should be able to give them time here, give them about 15 to 20 minutes, because these two could probably put on a really good match. Anyway, that's it for the my prediction for the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view this Sunday. It's looking at the card, it has the potential to be a really good show. It's all about how they execute. It's always like that. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes down Sunday. Let me know what you guys think. Who's gonna win Sunday? In the comments below. Follow me on Twitter and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button before you close the video. And I will see you soon.